crafty friends, Melissa Miner here. Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube. Today I'm going to be working with the Love from Lizi March card kit. This is called Bugs and Kisses, and this is just a video clip from my unboxing, which I will leave linked down below in the description box, which can be found on my YouTube channel, Cards by Melissa Miner. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to make 8 cards today, but before we do that, I want to play with the wax stamper that came in the kit. I can't believe that you get a wax stamper and the wax and everything you need for the kit. Now, I know that the wax is designed for you to be able to light the wick and then melt it, but I like to use my melting pot and my melting spoon. So to do that, I just cut a little piece of the wax and went ahead and put it in my spoon, and then I put it in here, and you can see this is the result that I got. I find that I get good results by using my little wax melting pot here, and so I'm going to make a couple of these. So I'm just pouring it out, and I've sped this up quite a bit, so there is more time than this to make these, but they just turn out so cute. So the one that comes in the kit has like this little scene. It's got some trees and some stars. It's very, very pretty, and I love this color of green. So we're going to use this on a card today. Now, to enhance our little wax seal, I'm using a Nuvo glitter pen, and all I'm doing here is taking it and going over like where the trees are and the little stars. And I've got a gold pen, and then I do have a silver pen. So I'm going to try out one of each to see which I like best. Let me hold this up to the camera. Oh, there we go. You can pretty well see that. See how that just adds so much more to your wax stamp by adding that marker design? So we'll make one more here. I want to have plenty of wax seals in order to make the cards today. And then we'll just clean this up, put this away, and we'll be ready to use this next time. Okay, so I've blown out the candle, and I'm showing you here the seals that I've already made. Here's my last one. Let me go ahead and color this in. Now this one I'm doing with the silver glitter marker, and then I'll hold this up for you to see this final one. So here is a look at all 3 I made. Aren't those gorgeous? I love those. And here is a close-up of all 3 of those. All right, so let's go ahead and make our first card. So to make this card, I'm taking a piece of the pattern paper from the kit. I've cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've got just I believe this is a 1-inch strip here. And I've used some of the Love from Lizi peel-offs that came right in the kit. And I've added those to the center, kind of like you would ribbon, or I've even got a die that does it. And then I'm going to bring in some more of these peel-offs. So the ones that I used in the center there, those were from the add-on, the pinstripe bundle, and I've got the silver mirror. Now I'm going in and adding these pinstripe apple green with silver finish just to the top edge and the bottom edge. And that's just to seal this off and have a real nice finish here. Now in the center, where it's kind of a little wonky, I'm going to put the wax seal right in the middle there, so that will cover that up. So I've went ahead and finished placing these pinstripes all on the cardstock here. So we'll give it a little bit of glue, and then we'll add this to the bottom portion of the card. And then I've got these little wax seal stickers that I've purchased. These were in my stash, so they're real nice to add these. Otherwise, you can just add glue. And glue works fine too. Now, I haven't had very good luck when I try to add a wax seal to the outside of a card, but I do like to add them on the center of a card. I've got a piece of the ephemera from the ephemera pack that came in the kit, and then I'm torn. I can't decide if I want to use the With Love or the stamp that came in the kit, the Sweet Friend, and I think I want to use the Sweet Friend. I like how that really draws your eye. I cut it out with the green cardstock, and then I think that really draws your eye to the wax seal, and that's really the star of this card. So we'll go ahead and get this glued down, and then Let's take a look and see if we like this. So I'll push this out of the way. I'm going to add a few of these gems. So the kit this month came with several of the gems. I'm going to use these larger ones. So we'll go ahead and get these on here. These are I believe they're the 6mm size sparkle gems. We'll add 2 to the top. And I actually made 2 of these cards. I just used a different piece of ephemera here and then a different piece of pattern paper. All right, let's start this next card. So for this next card, I like this card design because it allows you to cut a piece of the pattern paper to 3x3 size, which allows me to get 2 cards out of my kit. So first I am bringing in a die from my stash that says Hello Sunshine, and I'm cutting this out with some of this specialty paper that came in the kit. So in the kit this month, we've got this gunmetal mirror, and I really like that. So I've got a piece of paper here that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 in white, and then I've got the butterfly paper there, and that's 3x3. And then this piece of pattern paper that I just glued down, that is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to take this 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece, since I glued them together, and I'm just going to cut it at an angle in my trimmer. And then we're going to stagger these onto my card base, and then that's going to give us the illusion that it's a bigger piece than it really is. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. There we go. Just kind of line them up so it looks like there's all one piece, and then we've got that pattern paper peeking through from the background. Now that pattern paper is from my stash, and that just allowed me to stretch my kit to go a little bit further. And then I've taken an oval die from my stash and I cut a piece out of vellum. And then I'm just going to glue this Hello Sunshine down onto the vellum. And then I'm being careful to get glue only where the words are so that you don't see my glue poking out from the back. We'll wipe off some of the glue that I had on the letters. Now I'm going to take one of the pieces of ephemera, and this matches this paper beautifully. And I'm going to cut a little piece of foam here, and we'll put foam on the back, and then we'll pop this butterfly up. So let me add a little bit of glue here, and then we'll add this little butterfly to the bottom of this card. So cute. And now I want to bring in some of the pretty gems, so we'll use the smaller ones now. And I'm going to add 3 little gems to the base of this butterfly, or to the center here. So we'll get 3 all in a row just to add a little bit of sparkle to this card. So if I can hold on to these little gems, I'm using my little pokey tool and they're sticking to the tool. Okay. And then I've also just have a little scrap here that I've cut to 4 by it's 4 inches long, and I think it's 1/4 inch, and that'll just decorate the inside just a little bit. And then I did go ahead and make 2 cards, which brings our card count up to 4 cards so far with this kit. So pretty. All right, let's go ahead and start our next card. Now this card is going to be fun. This is what they call a fractured card, and I love making these cards. First, I'm using the die that came right in the kit that says hello with an exclamation point, and I'm using some of the, let's see here, this is the mirrored paper, so this was an add-on. So we've got some of the beautiful mirrored paper, and now I'm taking a piece of pattern paper that I've cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and then I have this square that I've used a die for, and it is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. And now I'm just taking 1/4 inch strips. I used the cardstock that came right in the kit, and I'm taking these 1/4 inch strips and I'm just lining them up. So the first one I lined up to the side of that square, and then where that one, I'm going around the edges here. So the first one I aligned to the left side flush, and then I'm just going around with all of these little strips, and we'll have all of these meet up. And this is how easy it is to make a fractured card. So that looks really pretty. But we're going to step it up a little bit, and we're going to bring in the Bugs and Kisses pinstriped add-on bundle. And I'm going to use the, let's see, which one am I going to use here? I believe this is the Silver Mirror. I love this one. So I'm just taking the Silver Mirror pinstripes here, and I'm just adding them into the center of my little 1/4 inch strips. So we'll get these all the way around. So let me grab another one here, and then we'll line this up. And that just adds so much detail to this fractured card. I love the way this looks. I've got one more here. Get that adhered down, snip the end, and then tuck the edge back. Now let me take this little extra and add it right back onto my page. Okay, so that looks really pretty. Now we're going to start working on our sentiment. So my sentiment is the word hello that I cut out of the Mirror specialty card stock. So let me grab my glue here. There's a couple little pieces in that L that I need to pop out. So I'm using my pokey tool here, and we will just get those popped out. And then I'm going to use some Nuvo Deluxe glue. I find that that glue dries clear in case it gets any on the cardstock, the mirrored cardstock. Okay, so let's add a little glue here. We're going to add the word hello, and then I've got the little exclamation point. I want to add that as well. So let me pick up the exclamation point, and we'll get it glued down. That mirrored paper with the gorgeous silver mirror pinstripes, it just really pops. I don't think it really comes across on camera how gorgeous that sparkle and shine is. Now I've got the little dot to the exclamation point, so I went ahead and added that. And now I'm going to add a piece of ephemera, and I wasn't sure here if I wanted to use the butterfly or this other piece with like the little jar. And I think since the pattern paper I chose has the little jar, we'll add that with some foam. I cut a piece of the cardstock that came in the kit here to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then we'll add that to a card base. And then I've got a few of these little gems. We'll just add a couple above the word hello. And I did go ahead and make 2 of these. So now our card count is up to 6 cards. So pretty. Of course, I used a different pattern paper for the other card and a little different piece of ephemera. All right, let's go ahead and start our last card here. So for our last card, I love doing some mixed media. So I've got some mixed media cardstock here, and I'm spritzing it a little bit with water. And then I've got some paint. So this is some acrylic paint here, some spray acrylic paint. And we'll just spray this on, add a little water, and then just let the paint move around on the cardstock just to give us that real mixed media vibe. So then I'm going to set this aside to dry, and we can start the rest of the card. Now, that's what that looks like dry. Isn't that so pretty? We're going to add other things too. Now I've got my Spectrum Noir Alcohol Tri-Blend markers, and I'm pulling out 3 colors here. And I went ahead and stamped the butterfly stamp that came right in the kit, and I stamped it with some black embossing powder and then heated that up. So it's got like a little bit of shine to it. I know the camera doesn't pick it up, but I went ahead and stamped it and embossed it and then fussy cut it out with my scissors. And now I'm just using these markers in these 3 colors. So I've got 2 different shades of purple here and a green. And I'm not doing any fancy coloring or any fancy shading. I'm just literally coloring in the lines here of the butterfly. So that's going to look pretty. It's really such a small image. I didn't think I needed to do any shading, although you could. But I think it looks pretty as it is. And with that extra embossing powder step, I think that really looked nice. So we'll just finish coloring this up here. I'm adding in some green for the wings. And then the center, I wanted to use colors that are going to match the pattern paper that I've chose. And I'll show you that here in just a moment. So we'll get this colored up. And then I'm going to add this to the front of the card using some foam. All right, so that looks pretty. So now I'm going to start with this card. So I've cut a little strip here. I believe this is 1 inch. And this is the pattern paper that has like the pretty butterflies on it. And then I'm going to snip the end off. So I'm building this right on my mixed media cardstock here. Then I've got some of that mirror cardstock. This looks like the purple mirror that came in the Bugs and Kisses add-on. This was the mirror bundle. This was the purple. And then I'm using some of the purple cardstock. And I just tore the edge of it. And we'll add this here to the front of the card. And then I'll snip away the excess. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to use these. This is the peel off pack. This is the Bugs and Kisses variety bundle. And these are the butterfly border mauve moon dust peel offs. They are so pretty. So you'll see here the outline of the butterfly peels off in one strip. And then I'm just going back in with my tweezers and adding in the center of the butterflies because I like the look of that. So I did some of that off camera so you didn't have to watch all of that. And now I want to go ahead and stamp a sentiment. So I'm pulling in the stamp set. Got my mini Misty here, and I've also cut out a circle using a circle die. And I want to stamp the word a happy hello. We'll get this stamped up, and then it's ready for our card. So let me clean off my stamp so that I can put that away. There we go. Now I do want to mention that any products that I've used today from the Love from Lizi website, I will have linked down below. And I really appreciate when you shop my links, as I do earn a small commission at no extra charge for you. So thank you to all of those that shop my links, both here on the Love from Lizi channel and on my personal YouTube channel. I'm bringing in another die from my stash. I felt like it just needed a little bit of some leaves here. So I used some of the variety bundle, the mirror bundle, excuse me. I used the grass mirror on those leaves, and doesn't that look so pretty? It's so shiny. So now I can add the foam to the back of my butterfly here, and then off camera I'll go in and add a few of the tiny gems, and that is going to finish up this card, and that is going to bring our card count up to 8 cards, and I did make 2. So if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. Here is a look at all of the 8 cards that I've made from the Love from Lizi card kit. I do have several other videos using this kit over on my personal YouTube channel, Cards from Melissa Miner. If you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. So I'll also leave those down below in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!